When I heard Mom was still talking to Darian, I was scared. Scared we end up right back where we started. I wanted to protect my brothers, but I was just a kid. Family was around, but deep down I felt like it was my job. The morning we left Maryland, when Darian came to say goodbye, I felt happy he was finally gone, but also broken because he was the only man I known since Dad left when I was 5. And part of me thought I was letting him down. I didn't feel like the man of the house, just a brother trying to carry more than I should have. When Mom said we're going to my dad's grandma's house, I was excited. I hadn't seen Grandma in a long time, but seeing my dad, I knew he wouldn't show up. He never did. Still, part of me was wondering, what if Darian did?
I was like, excuse me, what did you say? He was like, you heard me. I know where you are. I'm on my way to you. I was like, then where am I, Darian? Tell me where I'm at. He was like, I know you're back in Georgia. I was like, okay. So where am I? He's like, you're around your people. I was like, okay. So where is that? Where is it? He was like, you're only a few hours away from me. I'm on my way, honey. I am on my way. And I'm like, Darian, no, you're not. Like, you're not. You're not on your way here. Like, you're not finna sit up here and try to make me believe that you're on your way here. Because you don't know where my family stay. You don't know where nobody in my family stay. So what do you mean? He was like, well, you grew up in a small town. It ain't gonna be hard to find out where your people live. All I have to do is give them your mama name. They gonna point me to the right direction. And I was like, okay. And you get here and then what? Then what? He was like, y'all gonna get y'all asses in the car and y'all gonna come on. I was like, and what if we don't? Then what's gonna happen? He was like, so you really wanna play with me like that? I was like, what do you mean, play with you? It's like, so you really want to try that in front of your people? You want to try that move right there? If when I get down there, you gonna get your ass in this truck along with them kids. It's like, okay, Darren, if you honestly feel like you can come down here and just swoop me up because you done found me, do that. Then just do it. Bring your ass on down here and do it. He was like, I am. I'm on my way right now. I was like, well, all right then. Ain't no need to talking. I guess I'll just see you when you get here. And I hung up the phone. When I hung up the phone, he's still blocked. Like, he is blocked on my phone. So I'm just like, you know what? I'm not doing this with him. A part of me was a little bit scared. I ain't gonna lie. A part of me was a little bit scared because I'm just like, this nigga could have very well found out where I was and could very well be on his way. Or I could have called him on his bluff. Ain't no telling. It really ain't no telling when it comes to him at all. So I'm like, do I want to chance it? Do I want to chance it? Because if he come down here and I don't get in that car, then what's going to happen? Like, I don't need him starting no problems with my people. I don't need him hurting anybody in my family because, like, he touched my people. That's a different story. But then again, it's like, he put his hands on the kids and then it wasn't a different story. So why is it a different story now? So I'm just sitting there just going back and forth, like trying to debate if he's really telling the truth or if he's just lying, trying to get me to fold. I'm going back and forth. I'm like, you know what? Fuck it. Let me just call him back. So I call him back. I was like, Darren, if you can tell me where I am, I will get in that truck when you get here. Gladly, I will get in that truck. He was like, well, what about the kids? I was like, I will get in that truck. We're going to take it baby steps. One step at a time. If you can tell me where I'm at, that means I deserve to get in that truck. He was like, you at your grandma's house? I said, okay. If that's what you feel, give me my grandma's address. He was like, don't play with me, Slim. I'm like, see, you called me Slim. This whole time that I've been gone, you've been calling me, begging me to come back, saying that things are going to change. But you just called me Slim. He was like, that's because you're irritating me. Like, you're irritating me. All I'm trying to do is get my family back so we can go back to living our happy lives. And I'm like, so you think I was happy? You honestly think that I was happy? He was like, you didn't have to want for anything. But you honestly think that I was happy? But better question is, you honestly feel like I didn't have to want for anything because of you? You're the reason I didn't have to want for anything? He was like, so what you trying to say, Kiana? What are you trying to say? I was like, Darian, I wasn't happy. You was putting your hands on me. I lived in fear. I had to walk on eggshells in that house. And you think I just want to gladly come back? He's like, so you don't love me? I was like, at this point, love ain't got shit to do with anything. Like, it don't. You claim that you love me and you put your hands on me. So what does love have to do with anything right now in this moment? And he paused for a second and he was just like, so you get back home, get around your family, and just forget the motherfucker that was there from you from the beginning. And I'm just sitting there puzzled because I'm like, what do you mean I forgot about the motherfuckers that's been there for me in the beginning when I'm with the motherfuckers that's been there for me in the beginning? Like, what? I'm like, D, what are you talking about? Because at this point, I'm like, all right, he's finna say some shit that makes sense in his head, and he's gonna want me to just roll with it. So I'm gonna just listen to what he gotta say. I'm gonna hear the tomfoolery that's about to come out of this man's mouth. So I'm just like, all right, D, I'm listening. What's up? He was like, all right. He was like, you get, every time you go back home and you get around your family, you get this little bit of like power. You get on this little power trip. I guess your family sitting over there just hyping you up. Yeah, girl, you don't need him. You don't need him. You don't need him. And you just eating it all up. Not even realizing that no female in your family is married. I'm like, that's a lie. My auntie Spank married. He was like, and I was like, and my mama married. He was like, but still, how old was your mama when she got married? I was like, what does that even mean? This is her second marriage. He was like, and that's my point. When your mama first came into the picture, the first thing she told you to tell me was that you got 3 dads. What type of woman is happy to sit up there and tell a man that her child has 3 dads? I was like, I mean, what she means by that is that I'm protected because I got 3 dads. She's like, but that's a bad look. And you okay with that? Like, the fact that your mama can proudly say, oh yeah, these 3 men, think about it. Like, just think about it. And that's the example that you're following right now. I was like, but what does my mama have to do with anything? What does any of that have to do with anything? He was like, you don't know how to be a woman because all the women in your life are trying to teach you how to be a man. I'm like, what the fuck you mean? Like what do you mean they trying to teach me how to be a man? I'm like, that don't even make sense. No, they not. He's like, yes, they is. They always screaming, you don't need him. You don't need him. You can do this. You can do that by yourself. And then they are single, bitter, and alone. Like a lot of the women in your family are single, bitter, and alone because they're too busy trying to be the man instead of letting the man lead them. And I'm just like, so what you're saying is I need to sit back and I need to just let you lead me. He's like, exactly. But you not trained to do that. I'm like, trained. I don't like that word. Like, I don't like the way you use that. I'm like, D, what do you mean by trained? Because I'm not no fucking doll to be saying trained to. Like, what do you mean? He was like, every woman in your family feel like they don't need a man. And that's your goddamn problem. You feel like you don't need a man, so you want to become a man. I'm like, how the fuck am I becoming a man? Like, how? It's like, look at what you did. You caused you left this big dramatic scene knowing damn well you need a nigga for protection.